The United States of America has a lengthy and complicated history, one that has seen numerous various eras, occasions, and movements shape the country over time. Here is a quick rundown of some significant turning points in American history. Colonial period, 1607 to 1775, Jamestown, Virginia, became the site of the first English settlement in North America in 1607. Up and down the Atlantic coast, over the course of the following 150 years, English, Dutch, and French colonists established colonies, ultimately resulting in the establishment of 13 British colonies. These colonies were well known for their slave-based agricultural economies and their fights for independence from British control. Revolutionary War, 1775 to 1783. In 1775, the American colonies and the British government engaged in open combat. The colonies eventually won the conflict in 1783. With the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and the signing of the Treaty of Paris in 1783, the conflict contributed to the establishment of the United States of America. Following the Revolutionary War, the new American government struggled to create a stable political system. This is known as the Constitution and Early Republic, 1783 to 1820s. With the drafting and ratification of a new constitution in 1787, a federal system of government was established with a potent executive department and bicameral legislature. Conflicts with Native American tribes, discussions about the federal government's role, and territorial. The Civil War and Reconstruction, 1861 to 1877. With the start of the Civil War, the debate over states' rights and enslavement reached a boiling point. When the 13th Amendment to abolish slavery was ratified in 1865, the Union eventually won the war. Civil rights for African Americans remained to be a source of contention during the post-war Reconstruction period. Industrialization and the Gilded Age, 1870s–1900, the late 19th century was characterized by a rapid urbanization and industrialization process that fundamentally altered American culture. During this time, large business also flourished and a select few industrialists accumulated most of the wealth, which caused social and political unrest. Progressive Era, 1890s to 1920s. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a movement for social and political change arose in reaction to the issues of the Gilded Age. Women's suffrage, labor protections, and monopoly and trust regulation were all progressive period changes. The United States joined World War I in 1917, aiding the Allies in their triumph in 1918, and the interwar period, 1914 to 1941. Although the interwar era was economically prosperous, it was also characterized by the emergence of totalitarian regimes in Europe and escalating tensions between the United States and Japan. After Japan attacked Pearl Harbor in 1941, the United States joined World War II. This conflict lasted from 1941 to 1991. The US played a significant part in the victory over Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, which brought the conflict to an end in 1945. The start of the Cold War, in which the United States and the Soviet Union fought for dominance in the world, occurred during the post-war era. Vietnam conflict and civil rights movement, 1950s to 1970s. With the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965 and the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the fight for civil rights made major strides in the 1950s and 1960s. The Vietnam War, however, also contributed to an increase in unrest during this time, with protests and social groups opposing the government's policies.